Instead, I had to remain here, staking out a wine industry charity fundraiser after receiving intel suggesting a key player in a human trafficking ring I'd been investigating for several months was to be in attendance. While the man's identity was unknown, as with every mission, I scanned the room, relying on instinct, my gut, to recognize someone who posed a threat. It was what I was trained to do, the same way the other operatives positioned around the room were. I heard the woman who chaired the event, Tryst's niece, announce the start of the Wicked Winemaker Bachelor auction. My eyes met Tryst's again from across the table, and he smiled. I loved his smile. It made me feel warm, safe, treasured. Apparently, Alexis, or Alex as everyone called her, had been after Tryst to participate in the auction the last couple of years. He and I joked that if he did, I'd be forced to take down any woman who bid on him. Ladies, I'm thrilled to open the bidding for a date with a man who is a fan favorite year after year, Zen Oliver, said Alex. Several paddles raised, but she didn't react. Instead, I heard her say, "Where is she?" to her assistant. Realizing she'd spoken into a hot mic, she gave a quick explanation and flipped it off. Zen walked over to her rather than remain near the catwalk. Seconds later, he jumped from the stage. "The office," I heard Zen say through my earpiece. Simultaneously, I received an alert through the comms from Blackjack, one of the operatives on my team. "Suspect reported in back office, possible hostage situation." Who was the hostage? "J.D. Yanez. Support needed in rear hallway of the building," I said through the mic of my headset, racing off in that direction. The woman he mentioned had been abducted and tortured 10 months ago by another man affiliated with the trafficking ring. That she was potentially in danger again sent the already surging adrenaline flooding into my bloodstream. I touched the handle of the door with the tip of my finger. It was locked. "Jada? The bidding has started. Are you coming out?" I said. "Sorry. Be right there," she responded. I drew my gun. "You cover Jada," I whispered to Zen when Tank, my backup, joined us. "Count of 3, I added, motioning for him to bust through the door. When it broke from the hinges, Jada screamed.
Tryst, 1 year ago.
"Tryst, this is Jason Hart, code name Essentia,"
said Cade Butler, a man I'd known most of my life.
A cool autumn breeze swept across the meadow where we stood, but when my hand met hers in greeting, warmth flowed from the top of my head to my toes. Staring into the depths of her violet blue eyes, the color of the cornflowers that used to grow in the gardens of my home in California, something stirred inside me I never thought would again.
"Most people call me JC, she said.
"I am Tryst Avila. Welcome to Mexico and to El Lugar de Coración."
"It's so beautiful here."
JC looked down at her hand, still between both of mine.
"It's the healing place, yes?"
As much as I wanted to feel her touch a few moments longer, I let go. "Do you speak Spanish?"
"Jason speaks several languages,"
bragged Merrigan, Cade's wife and the managing partner of the private security and intelligence firm they owned. Even as she and I cheek-kissed, I didn't take my eyes off the woman whose aura captivated me. The woman who had to be half my age. I would have said younger, but that she worked for my 2 friends meant she had to be older than I might have initially guessed.
"JC will be assisting with the reunification process when the trafficking victims arrive later today. I can't thank you enough, Tryst, for allowing us to use your ranch to bring these families back together."
"Ditto," said Cade, putting his arm around his wife. "What these people went through is horrifying and heartbreaking." The men, women, and children Cade spoke of had been abducted by human traffickers and loaded into shipping containers bound for the UK. Cade and Merrigan's firm, K-19 Security Solutions, was responsible for their rescue once the ship the containers were on landed in the port of Felixstowe, outside of London. "It's a small thing compared to what you and your team have done," I said, glancing at my 2 friends, then at Jason.